everybody. This week we are celebrating an anniversary. It's the 25th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. That was, and even I can't believe it, 25 years ago, 1989, as we celebrated the 25th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. Where did the time go? Because this week we're in beautiful Southern California, about to drive the 2015 Pony as Mustang celebrates 50 years. Introduced in 1964, it was probably the biggest vehicle launch for Ford since, well, the Model T.
She's all sweets and bucket seats, sweet six-cylinder Mustang, power-packed and really stacked. Sweet six-cylinder Mustang, low-gas diet made me try it. Sweet six-cylinder Mustang, you're my kind of car.
You know, this performance segment is really hot these days. I think sales are up about 55%, thanks in part to the updated Challenger and Camaro. So with that in mind, you wonder if Ford had to reinvent the wheel and try and find a new customer, or that they believe that success does indeed breed success and take a conservative approach with this new Pony. We're here to find out.
It's the heart and soul of Ford. 50 years of Mustang. We're the only American sports car that can say that we've been in business for 50 consecutive years, so this was a big deal. Everybody around the world was waiting to see what we were going to do. So taking on this project was pretty significant for the company, for our customers, for everybody that's involved.
When you take a look at all the generations of this quintessential pony car, at what point does any of those generations look dated? They still look fresh. And there's a lot of things that they have to think about when they're designing a car like this, because the last thing you want to be is the guy who screwed it up.
The challenge was getting a new generation of people in the car. I mean, if you want to celebrate 100 years of Mustang, you're going to have to figure out how to get the young generation in. And then we can be standing here, well, you and I won't be, but some of you will be standing here celebrating the 100th anniversary.
When I woke up this morning, I was surrounded by new Mustangs, and I had a choice of three engines, the V8, the V6, and the four-cylinder. Which one did I choose? I know, you're going to be disappointed, but I went with the four-banger. Why? Well, because this new 2.3-liter EcoBoost is the first in this vehicle, and it's the first EcoBoost that they've actually married with a rear-wheel drive vehicle. Great on the highway, 310 horsepower, more than the V6, and 320 pounds-feet of torque. With those paddle shifters, it is a sweet ride. And Ford also says you get improved fuel economy with the four-cylinder. Maybe so, but really, if you're buying a Mustang, is fuel economy really an issue?
The younger customers, they care about fuel economy more than our traditional customers do. And so to give them the and solution, an engine that can do the power and performance and fuel, is really key to getting that buyer interested in the Mustang. People who maybe never thought they wanted a Mustang or that they would be in a Mustang, we believe this engine is going to allow us to capture them and pull them in.
I think what is going to happen is that people are going to be looking at this car and they're going to start to realize that it is not their uncle's Mustang, not their father's Mustang, not the typical stripe-happy type of Mustangs that you would see on a cruise night. This is something else. This is something more.
It's a fully integrated rear suspension, specifically designed for the Mustang. Performs like there's no tomorrow. And then we had to match up a all-new front suspension to that. But that allowed us to do a couple things. We stiffened up the front end. We also packaged larger brakes. We have the best braking system Mustang's ever had. So our total chassis has been redone.
The interior, it is absolutely bespoke. I mean, the cut and sewn elements within the touch points and the placement of the controls, I mean, especially the performance controls. There's nothing that drives us more nuts than driving a car like this and looking around to figure out how we're going to turn everything off or adjust it to the way that we like.
You know, this could be the first time that I've ever talked about the glove compartment as an interior feature. And once upon a time, the glove compartment was for gloves. Well, now, Ford has added a knee bag in the glove compartment area, and this is usually where you find the vehicle manual. Well, now they have a little spot, and it's tucked away. So most people never read it, and now they won't have to see it. And you've got room for your gloves.
This is exactly what the Ford Motor Company needs. I mean, every manufacturer wants to have that halo car. But what's really getting my attention about it, especially with that 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine, is the cars that it is, well, pretty much just made redundant. Subaru BRZ, Scion FRS, I think it's time to get into your last year.
Ford says it has built the best Mustang to date, but then again, all car companies say that with each new model. However, I think they are right with this new car. It is without a doubt the best looking Mustang to date. I mean, you have to have a double take to make sure it is a Mustang, especially if you're following it from behind. Yet they've kept enough cues to keep the converted. And from a driving perspective, the improved suspension really gives this car a confident feel on the highway. But you know what I really like about the new Mustang? I love the colors. Now, a lot of car makers say, Brad, people don't buy the bright colors. Well, I beg to differ, so nice work, Ford. Now let me see, we got a new Mustang, a new Camaro, and a new Challenger. Yes, life is good.